فألهمنا تصديق رؤياه وتحقيق ما رواه فنزعنا عن مجادلته واستهمنا على معادلته وفصلنا بقوله عرى الربائي وألغينا اتقاء العابث والعائث ولما حكمت الرحال وأزفت الترحال استنزلنا كلماته الراقية لنجعلها الواقية الباقية فقال لي
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Harith ibn Hammam said, فَأُلْهِمْنَا تَصْدِيقَ رُؤْيَاهُ وَتَحْقِيقَ مَا رَوَاهُ. So we were inspired to believe in his vision and take true what he had related. Alhama yulhimu ilhaman is from lahima yalhamu lahaman. And lahima yalhamu lahaman means to swallow. And alhama means to make someone swallow something. Then the word ilham is used for inspiring when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala inspires something into the heart of someone is called ilham. So we were inspired to believe, saddaqa yusaddiqu, believe, ru'yahu, his dream, wa tahqiqa, yani ja'luhu muhaqqaqan, haqqaqa yuhaqqiqu tahqiqan, to make something as haqq and true, and to take as true what he had related. فَنَزَعْنَا عَنْ مُجَادَلَتِهِ وَاسْتَهَمْنَا عَلَى مُعَادَلَتِهِ. So we ceased from disputing with him and we drew lots for carrying him on our camels. نزع عن الشيء كمعنى to stop from something, to take out, to extract. ونزعنا ما في صدورهم من غل. مجادلة جغرا. جادل يجادل مجادلة وجدالا. واستهمنا على معادلته. استهم يستهم استهاما كمعنى قرآن اندازی کرنا, to draw lots. So we were so arguing that we all wanted to keep him in our company. So we had to draw lots on his mu'adala. Adala yu'adilu mu'adalatan means to balance things. So on rides, they had to balance the ride on the camel. Two people, one at the front, one at the back, or one on the right, the other on the left. So he can balance the weight. So mu'adala means to make him sit with him. So we were all arguing on who should be his companion, who he should sit with. So we had to draw lots. وَفَصَمْنَا بِقَوْلِهِ عُرَى الرَّبَائِثِ. And at his word, we cut off the loops of hindrance. وَأَلْغَيْنَا اتِّقَاءَ الْعَابِثِ وَالْعَائِثِ. And we put away the fear of a person who would be messing around with us or who would be attempting to cause mischief. فَسَمَ يَفْسِمُ فَسْمًا means to cut off. بِقَوْلِهِ at his word. عُرَى is plural of عُرْوَةٌ. فَقَدْ اسْتَمْسَكَ بِالْعُرْوَةِ الْوُثْقَى. The loop or kara. So Raba'ith is plural of Rabithatun, from Rabitha Yarbathu, which means Habasa Yahbisu. So the loops of hindrance, things that hinder us and create doubts within us, we removed all those loops of doubts and hindrances. And Al-Ghayna, Al-Ghayulghi, Laghu kar dena, bekar kar dena. Humne bekar kar diya, we put away and with the fear of Abith wal A'ith. Abasa Ya'bisu Abasan means bekar kaam karna. أَفَحَسِبْتُمْ أَنَّمَا خَلَقْنَاكُمْ عَبَثًا وَأَنَّكُمْ إِلَيْنَا لَا تُرْجَعُونَ. Bekar, useless. So a person who would be messing around with our money and our lives. And A'ith, Atha Ya'ith, Aithan means fasad karna. So a person who would be causing mischief to us. So the fear of someone causing mischief and fasad, we did away and put away that fear that this person is not attempting to mess around and he is not attempting to make mischief with our properties and our lives. ولما عُقِمت الرحال وأزفت الترحال. And when the saddles were fastened and the time of traveling came close. عُقِمت الرحال عقم يعقم عقما कि माना बांधना, to fasten, to tie. And rihal, plural of rahlun, palan, palanquin which is placed on top of the camels. So when the palan was fastened and tied on top of the camels, وأزفت الرحال, أزف يأزف أزفا كمانا قريب أجانا, أزفت الآزفة ليس لها من دون الله كاشفة. And tarhal, rahala yarhalu rahlan, माना सफर करना, तो वहां से मसदर तरहाल बनता है. तो सफर का वक्त करीब आ गया. And setting forth was near. استنزلنا كلماته الراقية لنجعلها الواقية الباقية. We asked him to send down his kalimat which are magical so that we may make them protective and lasting. इस्तंजला नीचे उतरवाना, या उतरवाने से मुराद पूछना है. We sought to learn from him. We sought to learn from him kalimatihi ar-raqiyati, his words which are ar-raqiya, of full of ruqya. यहाँ पर तर्जमा कर दिया है magical words. His ruqya words, so that we may make those words al-waqiyat al-baqiya, the lasting safeguard. Al-waqiya, waqa yaqi wiqayatan, bachana, to protect. And al-baqiya, baqa yabqi, yabqi yabqa baqa'an, remain, the remaining safeguarding words. فقال, so he replied, ليقرأ كل منكم القرآن كلما أظل الملوان ثم ليقل بلسان خاضع وصوت خاشع اللهم يا محيي الرفات ويا دافع الآفات ويا واقي المخافات ويا كريم المكافات ويا موئل العفات ويا ولي العفو والمعافات صل على محمد خاتم أنبيائك ومبلغ أنبائك وعلى مصابيح أسرته ومفاتيح نصرته. Let each one of you read the mother of Quran whenever the night and day comes. Then let him say with a lowly tongue and a humble voice. ليقرأ أمر है, ليفعل. Al-Quran, mother of the Quran is Surah Fatiha. So every morning and evening read Surah Fatiha. كلما أظل الملوان, أظل يزل كمانا آجانا, approach. Malawan is tasniya of mala'un, and mala'a yamla'u mal'an means bharna, to fill up. The night fills the horizon with darkness and day fills it with light. This is why they are both called malawan, the two fillers. So whenever the night and the day approach, he should read Surah Fatiha, and then he should say bilisanin khadi' wa sawtin khashi', दबी हुई जबान से और हम्बल आवाज से. खादिअ, खदअ, lowly, and khashi, humble. Allahumma ya muhyi rufat. O Allah, O the one who breathes life into scattered bones, and the one who averts tragedies, and the one who guards from terrors, and the one who is generous in rewarding, the one who is refuge of the suppliants, and the one who is the Lord of pardon and protection. Allahumma ya muhyi rufat, ahya yuhyi ihya'an, zinda karna. Wa huwa alladhi yuhyi wa yumit. قل يحييها الذي أنشأها أول مرة. الرفات रफता यरफितु रफ्तन के माना रेजा रेजा कर देना, टुकड़े टुकड़े कर देना, क्रम्बल कर देना. So bones are crumbled in the graves. It is Allah who breathes life into those crumbled bones. وَيَا دَافِعَ الْآفَاتِ, دَفَعَ के माना to push away, to avert. Al-afat, plural of afatun, tragedy, musibat, afat, harm. वया वाक़ी अल मखाफ़ात, वक़ायक़ी विक़ायतन, बचाना, वाक़ी बचाने वाला, और मखाफ़ात प्लुरल मखाफ़तुन, and खाफ़ यखाफ़ु ख़ौफ़न, to fear, the one who protects from fearful things and terrors. वया करीम अल मुकाफ़ात, the one who is noble in rewarding, generous in rewarding. मुकाफ़ात काफ़ा युकाफ़िउ मुकाफ़अतन कि माना बदला देना, तो बदला देने में करीम है. वया मौइल उफ़ात, और जो मांगने वालों की जाए पनाह है. Who is the refuge of those who ask and beg, the refuge of the beggars. वया वली अल अफ़वी वल मुआफ़ात, and the one who is the wali and guardian of the Lord of pardoning and giving safety and afiyat. Afun, to pardon, mu'afat, to give afiyat and safety and well-being. Salli ala Muhammad, send your blessings upon Muhammad. Khatami anbiya'ik, the seal of the prophets. Wa muballighi anba'ik, the deliverer of your messages. Salli ala, salat, darood bhejna. Khatamul anbiya, seal of the prophets. And muballigh, deliverer, the one who delivers, brought. Anba'ik, plural of naba'un. Naba'un means great, huge news, great news. قل هو نبأ عظيم أنتم عنه معرضون عما يتساءلون عن النبأ العظيم. So who delivered your information and your message. وعلى مصابيح أسرته, and on the lights of his family. Masabi, plural of misbah, chirag, lantern, and usratun, khandan. ومفاتيح نصرته, and the keys of his victory. Mafatih, plural of miftah, chabi, and nusrat, madad, assistance, victory. Those who were the keys to the victories he gained, meaning Sahaba. So Masabihul Usra means Ahle Bayt, and Mafatihul Nusra means Sahaba. On the lanterns of his family and Khandan, and on the keys of his Nusrat and victory assistance. وَأَعِذْنِي مِن نَزَغَاتِ الشَّيَاطِينِ وَنَزَوَاتِ السَّلَاطِينِ, and give me refuge, O Allah, from the instigations of the devils and from the assaults of the kings and the rulers. أعاذ يعيذ, panah dena. Nazghat, plural of nazghatun. وَإِمَّا يَنزَغَنَّكَ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ نَزْغٌ فَاسْتَعِذْ بِاللَّهِ. So mischief devils. Give me protection from the mischiefs of the devils, instigations of the devils. And nazawati salatin, naza yanzu, nazwan means to attack. So nazwah means attack, assault. Salatin, plural of sultan. وإعنات الباغين ومعاناة الطاغين. And from the vexing of the wrongers and from the suffering through the tyrannous. أعنت يعنت إعناتا कि माना मुशक्कत में डालना, हार्डशिप्स में डाल देना. और बागीन, plural of बागी, बगा यबगी, बगियन means to seek evil and bad for someone. And maybe zulm. So from the zalims putting me in hardship. यहाँ तर्जमा किया है vexing of the wrongers. And मुआनात तागीन, आना युआनी, मुआनात के माना भी सख्ती करना. From the tashaddud and sakhti and hardships brought forward by the taghi. Tagha, izhab ila firawna innahu tagha. Tagha yadghi tughyanan के माना सरकशी करना. तो सरकश और tyrannious लोगों के मुशक्कत में डालने से. ومعادات العادين وعدوان المعادين. And from the enmity of the transgressors and from the transgression of the enemies. आदा युआदी मुआदातन के माना दुश्मनी करना, to hold enmity. And adin is plural of adi, which is from ada ya'du udwanan. And udwan means zulm. So from the enmity of the transgressors and the zalims and the badmash. And udwanul muadin, and from the transgression of the enemies. वो लफ्ज़ को थोड़ा चेंज कर दिया. वग़लबिल ग़ालिबीन वसलबिस सालिबीन. And from the overpowering of the conquerors and from the looting of the looters. غلب يغلب غلبا, to overpower. And salaba yaslubu salban, to snatch something from someone. So from the overpowering of the conquerors and from the looting of the looters, snatching of the snatchers. وحيل المحتالين وغيل المغتالين. And from the crafts of the crafty and from the sudden attacks of the attackers. Hiyal is plural of hilatun. Hilatun means to devise some scheme, strategy, and craft. The craft of the crafty people. And ghiyalil mughtalin, ghiyal is from ghilatun, ghale yaghulu ke mana, to attack someone suddenly, and to the sudden attacks of al mughtalin, the attackers and the destroyers. Ajirni Allahumma, O Allah, save me and protect me. Min jawril mujawirin wa mujawaratil jaidin. From the zulm of the neighbors and the neighborhood of the zalimin. Jare yajuru jawran, beinsafi karna, zulm karna. And mujawarat is from javara yujaviru mujawaratan, padosi banna. La yujavirunaka fiha illa qalilan mal'unin. O Allah, protect me from the zulm of the neighbors and from the neighborhood of the zalims. Ja'irin is plural of ja'ir. وَعَلَى اللَّهِ قَصْدُ السَّبِيلِ وَمِنْهَا جَائِرٌ. وَكُفَّ عَنِّي أَكُفَّ الظَّائِمِينَ. And keep away from me the hands of the harmful. Kaffa yakufu kaffan, rokna. And akufun is plural of kaffun, which means the palm, hand. And dha'imin is plural of dha'im, and dhama yadimu dayman means to harm someone. Wa akhrijni min dhulumati dhalimin, and take me out from the darkness of the oppressors. Wa adkhilni bi rahmatika fi ibadika as-salihin, and with your mercy join me with your righteous servants. Akhrijni, take me out, deliver me from zulumat, darknesses of the zalimin, and adkhilni, include me and join me with your mercy among your salih servants. Allahumma hutni في تربتي وغربتي وغيبتي وأوبتي ونجعتي ورجعتي وتصرفي ومنصرفي وتقلبي ومنقلبي. O Allah, protect me in my homeland and in my journeying, traveling, and in my absence and in my returning home, and in my foraging and in my return from it, and in my trafficking and in my returning from it, and in my adventuring and in my withdrawing from it. Allahumma hutni, hata yahutu hiyatatan, means to protect. Ahata yuhitu ihatatan means to surround. Wallahu bima ya'maluna muhit. Ahata bi kulli shay'in ilma. To hutni means ihfazni. Allah, guard me, protect me, surround me, take care of me. Fi turbati, turbatun mitti, in my mitti, meaning my homeland. Wa ghurbati, in my journeying, going around, traveling. Gharuba anil watan means he traveled, safar. Gharib in Arabic means musafir. ليس الغريب غريب الشام واليمن إن الغريب غريب اللحد والكفن. Musafir. So, in my safar, wa ghaibati, in my absence, wa awbati, and in my return. Ghaibat means when I am absent and in exile, and awbati, when I am returning, coming back to my homeland, and wa nuj'ati, and in my foraging. यहाँ तर्जमा किया है नुजातुन, नजा से, और नजा के माना खाने पीने की चीज तलाश करने के लिए निकलना, रिज्क की तलाश में निकलना. It means to go out in search of fodder for your animal. So when I am going out foraging, looking for some grass for my fodder for my animals, and warajati, when I am coming back from it, wa tasarrufi, and when I am trafficking, running around from one place to the other in talabur rizq. Tasarrufa yatasarrufu tasarrufan, tasarruf karna, to do some acts. Humun sarafi, and in my return, in siraf, turning back. Wa taqallubi, and in my adventuring. Taqallaba yataqallabu, palatna. Wa munqalabi, and in my return. واحفظني في نفسي ونفائسي, and guard me in myself and in my precious wealth. وعرضي وعرضي, and in my honor and in my goods. وعددي وعددي, and in my family and in my saman and commodities or means. وسكني ومسكني, and in my house, in my second, in my family wife, and in my house dwelling. وحولي وحالي, and in my strength and in my conditions, all my conditions. ومالي ومآلي, and in my mal and in my anjam and death. ولا تلحقني تغييرا ولا تسلط علي مغيرا, and do not connect with me any reverse and changes, and do not let an invader overpower me. ولا تسلط علي, do not give power over me to a mughir, an invader. واجعل لي من لدنك سلطانا نصيرا, and provide for me from yourself a helping power. واحفظني في نفسي, protect me in my zat. النفائسي, plural of نفيسة, कीमती चीजें, precious things. عرضي, my honor, my izzat. And arzi, my saman, and my property. And adadi wa udadi, adad, ginti, ginti se murad yahan aulad, my children, my family. And udad, plural of uddatun. Uddatun is what you prepare. وَأَعَدُّوا لَهُ عُدَّةً. So in my preparations, whatever I have prepared, my means. وَسَكَنِي وَمَسْكَنِي. यहाँ तर्जमा किया सकन का household और मस्कन का dwelling. In my household and in my dwelling. सकन family, wife को सकन बोलते हैं. तो household and in my dwelling. وحولي وحالي, and in my strength and in my hal and condition, all condition. ومالي ومآلي, and in my mal and in my anjam and final ending. And do not connect with me any changes and reverse. Taghir over here means reversing, changing from good condition to bad condition. And do not impose over me an invader. Sallata, to impose, agara, shabhu marna, to invade, and provide for me from yourself a sultan nasira, power which is helping. Sultan, qudrat, taqat, power, nasira, helper, helping power. बस हो गया अच्छी तरह से याद. चलो शुरू से कर लो. तो बैठ जाओ ना, खड़े क्यों हो तो खड़े. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Haris ibn Hammam said, then we were inspired to believe his dream and to take true what he had related. So we ceased from disputing with him, and we drew out lots to carry him on our camels. And at his word we cut off the loops of hindrance, and we put away with fear of a person who would be messing around with our lives or causing mischief to us. And when the saddles were fastened on the camels and the setting forth was near, we sought to learn from him his words of ruqya, so that we may make them our protective guardians, lasting protection and lasting safeguard. So he said, let each one of you read the mother of Quran whenever the night and day comes. Then let him say with a lowly tongue and a humble voice, O Allah, O thou who gives life to the moldering dead, the crumbled bones of the dead people, and the one who averts and removes the harms and tragedies, the one who guards from terrors, the one who is generous in rewarding, the one who is the refuge of the beggars, and the one who is the Lord of pardon and protection. Send blessings upon Muhammad, the seal of the Prophet, seal of your Prophet, and the deliverer and bringer of your messages, and on the lanterns of his family and the keys to his victory. And give me refuge, O Allah, from the mischiefs of the devils and the assaults of the rulers, and from the vexing of the wrongers, and from the suffering through the tyrannous, and from the enmity of transgressors, and from the transgression of the enemies, and from the overpowering of the conquerors, and from the looting of the looters, and from the crafts of the crafty, and from the sudden attacks of the attackers. Protect me, O Allah, from the zulm and tyranny of the neighbors, and from the neighborhood of the zalim and unjust, and hold back from me the hands of the harmful, and take me out from the darknesses of the oppressors, and include me with your mercy in your salih and pious servants. O Allah, protect me in my homeland, and in my journeying, and in my exile, and in my coming homeward, and in my foraging, and in my return from it, and in my trafficking, and in my success from it and returning from it, and in my adventuring, and in my withdrawing from it, and guard me in my body, my zat, and in my precious properties, and in my honor, and in my goods, and in my family, and my means, and in my household, and in my dwelling, and in my strength, and in my fortune, and in my wealth, and in my anjam, ma'al, my death, my life after death. And do not bring upon me reverse, and do not appoint over me an invader, and give me from yourself a helping power. हो गया तर्जमा? याद कर गया ना अच्छी तरह? अब ये दुआ देखो जो मकामात में है, और फिर हिजबुल आजम की दुआएं देखो, कहाँ इसकी दुआ और कहाँ हुजूर की दुआ, जमीन आसमान का फर्क है. बिकॉज दिस इज द बुक ऑफ अदब, सो वी टीच इट. अदरवाइज दुआ तो वही है जो हिजबुल आजम में है, जो हुजूर ने सिखाई है. नो वन कैन बीट द दुआज ऑफ द प्रॉफिट सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम. जाओ, चलो सुनाना शुरू करो.
اللهم اهدني فيمن هديت وعافني فيمن عافيت وتولني فيمن توليت. Oh Allah, guide me from amongst those you have guided, and take care of me from amongst those you have taken care of. وتولني فيمن توليت, and give me, grant me good well-being from those who you have given well-being. وبارك لي فيما أعطيت, and bless for me in that which you have given.